Hey guys, what's up? And today we're going to be posting another video on the MHS Maths group. And this one is actually a really good one. It's actually called Fractions of a Day. I know we've been doing a lot of fractions work on the channel, but actually next video I'll give you a premiere, a little preview. We're going to be doing some graphing and some shopping, online shopping. So I'll show you how that works. But today we're going to be doing one of our lost fractions videos for a very long time. So to start, to explain this activity, fill in the chart with the activities you do on a typical school day. Assign each activity a different color. The total time for all activities must add up to 24 hours, which we all know 24 hours equals 1 day, right? That's pretty simple algebra. Well, pretty simple common sense, actually, really. But now I'm going I decided to set this on a normal Tuesday. Okay, and of course that is a school day for me. And on a Tuesday, of course that's school day. I'm gonna tell you that if I were to think about it, waking up and brushing my teeth, eating breakfast, and then coming to school would be around taking, well, it says, of course, it wouldn't be an hour long to do that because I don't wake up at 7 a.m. No, I don't wake up at 8 a.m. because my school starts at 9. So it says time spent to the nearest hour. So I would say um, to start the day off, actually, that's not a good color. There we go. Now we have this pen color, and I'm gonna assign the color gray because I'm using that pen color. But basically, that's to start my day, right? And that'll be rounded to the nearest hour. Now, this one might be one of the easiest. School itself, right? And school itself, most schools will go for 6 hours. So that's why if I write that down here, there's some really cool maths we can do here. We know there are 24 hours in one day, right? So we want to find out, just as a cool experiment, what fraction is 6 over 24? Because that's 6 hours out of 24 hours, right? And if you simplify that, that's actually going to be 12 over 3. Um, is that right? Yeah, that is right. I doubted myself. Basically, I there there is some ways you could solve this problem. Continuing on with the way I did it, 3 over 12, you can simplify that even further to 1 over 4, a quarter. And the other faster way is 6 over 24 itself. You can actually just divide 24 by 6, and then that'll be your denominator, and you'll actually get the same answer, a quarter. So that means a quarter of my normal Tuesday is going to be spent in school, which that reminds me, the color is going to be this dark bluish color. Now, for this one, for the next one after school, coming back from school and eating lunch is going to be definitely around an hour. So if I say, let's say coming, actually, no, that's the eraser. Let's pick this purpley color. Um, Coming back from school and eating lunch, okay, I'm just gonna call it coming. Um, Rounding it, that would be an hour long, right? Rounding it up, of course. And the color, of course, is going to be the same one. I'm not changing any colors for the same chart, right? Okay, now for the next one, we have, I believe, the next one, I'm going to say after around at 4:30 p.m., I'm going to have like, let's say 4:30 p.m. we're going to have this, right? 4:30 p.m. is around the time I'm going to stop my lunch, like stop eating food and like stop watching the TV. I'm just going to start studying around that Tuesday. Um, and so on that specific Tuesday, okay, I actually have chess club, and chess is one of my favorite passions. So yeah, it's pretty cool, and I do it on a Tuesday. So yeah, that's why I cannot wait to come to the part of how much time I actually spend there. But basically, the studying would be from 4:30 p.m. Okay, I said that already. Around this time to then let's say 4:30 to 6 p.m. Okay? That's what I'm going to say. Let's say that much time for studying. So I'm going to pick a greenish color now, so that it's a bit light this time compared to all the colors we've used so far. So study, that's going to be, if we count it, 1.5, and rounding that up would be 2 hours, right? So 2 hours, and if you don't know how to round, it's just like 1.5, right? And it's 1.5 is basically the same as 1.50, and 1.50, you know, 50 over 100 is the same as 5 over 10. And if you had to round 5 to the nearest tenth, it would go to 10, because because well, it's the rule. How do I explain this? I'll create a whole new page for this one. If you have the numbers 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, that's 5 numbers. That's 5 digits, right? Any one of these numbers, you round it to the nearest tenth, it's going to be 10. Oh, sorry. No. Not 10, but 0, because it's not going to round to any 10, because it's going to be called rounding down. Now, if you have the numbers 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, any of these digits, you're going to round up to the nearest tenth, which is going to be 10 itself. Cool, right? And 5 is in that list. And if we come back to here, 5, even with the 0 here, is going to round to 100. And 1.100 would be 1.1, yes, but that was an example. Coming back to the real point, we actually have 1.5 rounded up to 2 hours. That's why we have 2 hours here, okay? And of course, the color is going to be this greenish color. Nice. Now, some more interesting maths for you. 15 over 60. Oh, I'm not using a pen. 15 over 60, right? We have this. Why am I saying this fraction? 60 is the amount of minutes in 1 hour. 15, we want to know what percentage is 15 minutes out of 60. And the percentage would actually be around 25%, okay? Cool. So that means 15 minutes is actually going to be 25% of an hour. And my chess club, the games start at what am I doing? Start at 7:15 p.m. So, um I ended my study at 6 p.m., right? So basically, I have I have 6 to 7, 1 hour. Okay, we're gonna add that to the tally count, and then we have another 15 minutes. And if we were to write that into a percentage as just a really cool activity, you would see 1 hour in this context would be 100%, and then 15 minutes would be, as we figured out just now, 25%. So we're actually adding that to the running total. So 100 plus 25 is going to be 125, tacking on the percentage symbol. That's basically how much time I have left in that context. Just an interesting thing to look at. But basically, I have 125% time left. Okay? Of course, you could make that sound a bit more general by converting 125% into a fraction or a decimal. But we're not going to do that right now because we need to get on with the activity. That was just a cool little discovery for you to look at. But we have 6 p.m., right? I'm going to say that it takes me, let's say, around an hour and 15%. Actually, no, around an hour, because remember, routing it. Even if I did spend an hour and 15 minutes taking a break, okay, taking a break from studying, even if I did spend that much time, that would be plus 6 hours, sorry, no, plus 6 p.m. That would actually get you exactly on the dot 7:15 p.m. But we have no time to drive all the way to chess club, okay? It's not in my house. So that's why even that's why I do not take 1 hour and 15 minutes to play. But even if I did 1 hour and 15 minutes, if we round that, if we go back to this page we had over here, remember how I listed number one in this list? Yes. Remember 15? We're only going to take the first digit, 1. That rounds down to 0. So it's basically going to round down in general. So we would have an hour anyway. So basically, I'm going to say break. Oh, wait. That's not good. Let me fill that out. Of course, that's my new line. Break, 1 hour, brown color. And then, of course, now I have 7. But basically, actually, I only take a break for 1 hour, not 1 hour and 15 minutes, because I need time to drive there, right? So it'll basically be 7 p.m. by the time I finish my break. Now I have 15 minutes to go to the chess club. But the funny thing is that if you round 15 minutes, you're actually going to round down to 0 hours. So, there's no point of writing that down in this table, but basically I could say driving um for for 25% of an hour. Okay? Yeah. But basically when I reach my chess club, normal games are going to take around 2 hours because the time control is an hour and every move you play you gain 30 seconds. So, if I round that, it's going to be, let's bring this to a light blue color. If I round that, it'll be 2 hours, and of course we have this light bluish color. And by that time, it'll be around 9:15 p.m. on that Tuesday, okay? And I'm going to spend, of course, if you use the logic, 15 minutes coming back home. So it'll be around 9:30 p.m. by the time I reach home. Okay. Of course, this is all approximate and rounding, so it's not exact, but for the sake of the video and the timetable and all that. But basically, now I'm gonna have dinner. Yippee! And then watch a video as well, some YouTube. So that would just be around like I would say, well, it would not definitely be an hour because then it's gonna be 10:30 p.m. But remember how we have to round up, right? So that might be half an hour. Oh, even if that was half an hour, 10. Good point. So it would be around 28, let's say 28 minutes. 28 minutes, close to 30 minutes. 30 minutes, if you round that up, would be an hour. And then that means it's worth putting it in here. But it would be 10 p.m. And it's never been me. I mean, it's very rare to see me staying 10 up to 10 p.m. on a Tuesday. So just for the sake of it, I'm gonna put it in the chart and I'm gonna make it purple and it's gonna be 1 hour. And CB of course actually stands for chess break. Haha. And then, of course, the biggest chunk, I think this should be the biggest chunk in all of our timetables on a normal classical Tuesday for a normal classical schoolboy would be sleep. Yay! Okay, I'm actually picking random colors at this point. Let's write that down. Sleep. And of course, remember how we have to have all of this time added to the exact amount of 24 hours. So if we add this all up, it's 6 plus 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 1. That equals up to 14 hours. So I would then technically have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of sleep. Okay, which is not true, but because of the reason we made CB 1 hour, we're rounding up, right? Then that means that I would have 10 hours of sleep, not my normal 11 or 12 hours of sleep. So there we go. Now we have that, and that's technically our timetable done. That actually adds up to 24 hours. We do have our colors, we have our names, titles, and that's a classical Tuesday from your host, Mariz. Okay, and the last activity we're going to be doing is creating a graph, okay? And basically the reason why we picked colors for these different activities is we're going to use them as a key to represent this pie chart. And I'll be right back as I do this for you. Okay, and I'm back, and this is a very messy pie chart, but whatever. Of course, this is going to be this part over here. This is my sleep. This part over here, we have my waking up, the school, the study, the chess break, my normal break, all that stuff, and the sleep, of course, it has to take the most of the pie chart. But basically, that is how we're going to end the video today. I really do hope you enjoyed this, and it's a very fun activity. You could try it yourself. But I'll see you all later. Goodbye, and goodbye again.